Hello there, Pisces, and welcome to your Oracle messages. But before we get started, Pisces, know that your dreams have gathered like sacred mist. Now, Spirit clears it, and you step into the reality you've been gently calling in. So, Pisces, let's take a deeper look at what else Spirit wants you to know when it comes to your timeless Oracle messages for Pisces and Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so Pisces, you have risen to another level here. And so, yes, your awareness has ascended to a higher place. So has your ability to love and create things and people, okay, including first and foremost yourself, right? Loving yourself. And you have been loving yourself enough because I can see it. You have raised your frequency here and you've aligned with some type of new commitment playing out, whether it's, consciously or unconsciously, or should I say something that you want to be committed to. Okay. And yes, there may be engagement involved here in the traditional sense here. And there's this message here. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Spirit wants you to have complete trust in the process. And we do have this thing about engagement. So I see this as a step, right? It's like you are, so to speak, engage. It's like you've come to another level here with your higher self, with the spiritual realm, a higher power that you believe in. And so it's just like this. You're engaged with the spiritual realm on a different level here because of your growth and your ability to, you know, heal, take time to reflect, and also give time for you to create your dreams. And so part of this engagement before the real ceremony, right? The real wedding, the real marriage, and I'm talking about solidifying this so that it's unbroken. That's what this is. It's like you're engaged, having complete trust in the process. And once the process is over, just like when people do get engaged, there's a time period usually, unless they hurry up and just do it. But anyhow, and that might be you too. So, take the wedding part if you want to, but here you are getting ready for the next step. So, trust this is happening as a benefit for you in a situation that will not only benefit you, but it's benefiting another. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. What's meant for you won't close. So continue to believe in yourself and the ability to have what you want. Now, something may have not worked out, right? And this is why Spirit is saying have complete trust in the process. These cards are transforming into these. I just have to mention that because I feel a little bit bad. I wanted to get these done. There are just a lot of them. Anyhow, what's meant for you won't close. The portal will never close. Something is already meant for you. So let's get a little bit more about what's meant for you or what will not close. For Pisces, what's meant for you won't close. Let go, it's unfolding. Okay, you may need to back off from trying to figure out the process. And just take this if it resonates, okay? Just take it if it resonates. But it's like, don't try to, get predictions here because you are creating your own predictions and you already have. Spirit's already unfolding it for you. Now you just got to trust that what's meant for you won't close. And that means, perhaps in the meantime, we just, got to do something else. Okay, what else? Oh, hang on here, Pisces. Got to make a little of an adjustment. Reality is bending. The merge begins. Let's see where this merge is headed towards. See? Before the real merge, the marriage, the solidifying of this new commitment. Where's this reality and the merge headed towards? It's going to be in a more of a pure place too. Support is coming from every direction. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you're going from a place where maybe it was just a little bit more effort and work to get the support, find the support, maybe even receive the support. But guess what? Where this is headed is towards a place where you are opening yourself up for abundance in all aspects of your life, every direction. Because I see this thing where you've actually completed something. And maybe that's what you need to do, Pisces, is to trust that you've already completed something. Let's see what else. You have completed something. And some of you, you know, when I was talking about trusting that you have completed something, a cycle, a season in your life, a soul evolution, a soul's ascension you've completed. You need to be incredibly proud of yourself first and foremost if you're not. And Spirit is saying your future absolutely looks bright. You've risen, the future glows. Now, we've got other souls at play here. And there's something playing out with your destiny and the destiny of another and others. Okay, let's see what else. You walk with divine protection always. So Spirit wants you to have complete trust in the process, right? See, have complete trust that you are walking with divine protection always. And sometimes it's not easy to believe this, Pisces, especially if things don't really go the way that we thought, you know? Then it can make us even question things with ourself, with Spirit. But Spirit's saying, you've never been forgotten, lost, or abandoned. And hopefully you don't feel like that, but I do feel I need to share that with some of you Pisces out there. Because you've risen, you have anchored yourself in a commitment with the higher realms to always have this protection. And not only that, I see that you are someone, because you carry, excuse me, you carry this frequency of divine protection, that wherever you go, it's like people feel protected by you because you bring that extra divine protection. Ooh. Where other souls just haven't been able to get to that process yet to hold that energy, but you do. And what an honor that is. And this is how Spirit is honoring you. Oh yeah, I feel that you had to feel the fire here. Or perhaps some of you may have felt the fire of someone, right? Jealousy, envy, combativeness, uh, having to prove something. So, I mean, just take what resonates, but it's just a phase here. Let the fire drive you to become your better self. And this is what I see. That's what you've done. Or some of you Pisces, you're currently doing this where you are in this place of accepting all aspects of yourself, right? You have purified maybe what you felt was hidden or underappreciated, or maybe what you felt was a dark aspect of your own self, but somehow, some way, somewhere, you have been enlightened and you have awakened some type of light energy within yourself where you are in the place of attraction. Okay, just energetically, right? So we are attracting those sweet things to us. But yes, it did come with a price, right? It comes with a price, I should say, where, maybe something just really got you in a place of feeling perhaps angered or jealous or envy, whatever it is. And I'm not saying all of you have felt like that, but it is part of the human emotion, and it's fine. But you've redirected that, or you're currently redirecting that in the right area. And this is why you are just, a blessed soul here. And the way that you process things, I feel that it's just wired into you here. And because the way that you process things is a way that is very healing and divine. And you need to trust that. I definitely see you sitting in your high priestess position right now. So if we were working with tarot, which we're not, but I do have tarot cards next to me, but the high priestess is associated with your zodiac sign. And so that high priestess is, I might as well just get the high priestess out. It's like I'm just yanking them out. The high priestess is, having complete trust in the process here. Look at that. Now this high priestess in this tarot deck, the back is facing us. Her back is facing us. She's faced out into the ocean here. So the veil is very thin between you and a powerful guardian as well. Whatever you are picking up on, that is your guardian angel or a powerful and fierce, like, loved one on the other side, which still is a guardian angel to me. But yeah, you've got your spiritual allies. And so spirit wants you to speak to them, talk to them. There's something about you feeling solid in your place, even when I feel, it's like Pisces, it's almost like you might even feel translucent in a sense, right? Where I don't even know if I can explain it right, where it's like, sometimes you do feel appreciated or noticed, and it's not really that you need that. Every human loves to feel appreciated and supported, but it's like almost, I feel like you know, you kind of go in and out of the veil here. And so it's like, when you feel people don't notice you, it's just really when you are most active in your mystic side of yourself, okay, whether you're conscious of it or not. So it's not that you're not seen or that you're not noticed. There's a lot of admirers, actually, I feel that you have, or maybe you don't know this, but there is someone or people that have some type of appreciation for you and some type of mystery that you do carry. Now you need to trust in a wise elder here too, if you resonate with that, Pisces. So this is representing you right now. Now that ocean is so vast and wide. What was Spirit saying? Your dreams have gathered like sacred mist. Now Spirit clears it and you step into the reality you've been gently calling in. The reality you've been gently calling in. Reality is bending. The merge begins. See, that's why the curtain is halfway down. Because in most tarot, the curtain is up. Okay. You are meant to be heard. You have sacred, divine things to say, or sing, or chant, or whatever, or direct. Your ability to communicate unspoken things or unseen things are necessary and wanted and are valid. You have sacred knowledge and, uh, you know, other whatever sacred knowledge and wisdom to share with others. So I hope that you don't feel, like you have to question yourself, because what you're receiving, it is true, it is real. And Spirit, I feel Pisces lately, and maybe it's been, maybe it feels like it's been some time where it wasn't by your fault, but there was just maybe this like dark shadow around you, or others trying to dim your light or get you to question your light in some way. So, you've been resilient to that. So again, you just need to congratulate yourself. I congratulate you. Spirit congratulates you. And this is why you've actually have done some type of completion. And with the completion comes sacred ceremony, sacred beginnings. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, don't put things off. Okay, do things with confidence. Spirit wants you to know that you're divinely protected always. So, use your intuition when it comes to what you want to decide on. So don't put things off. I mean, what let's get a little bit more about don't put things off. Get things done with confidence. And that really is High Priestess too. Let's get more about this for you, Pisces. This is Eight of Swords here. We may have fear. We may have fear of something here. Or fear may hold you back because it says, Spirit says, invite the angels. See, told you Spirit's telling you to commune with the higher realms. Invite the angels to quiet your mind and protect your peace. Okay, you got to protect your peace. I almost see like a justice in here too. We've got the duality of the dark and the light pillars here, balance, the unseen with the seen, the feminine, the masculine. What you do holds rare integrity. Something you do, something you carry with you, whatever it is, Spirit is saying it's unmatched. So don't question it. Even if, take this if it resonates, especially if you do something where perhaps a job or a business, where you do something sacred and maybe, the numbers aren't matching the effort, don't let that stop you is what Spirit is saying. Things come in waves here. But Spirit doesn't want you to feel fearful about things. The reality is bending here. Spirit is saying, take one practical and grounded approach to just one thing that you feel maybe even overwhelmed by, or maybe that you've been putting off. Wait till you get to a place where you've anchored yourself in peace and then tackle those things, because this is going to speed up some type of process where we need to, this is what I mean. It's speeding up the process of the old reality here, the dissolving of it. Let's continue and see what else. Okay, we might be challenged by seeing something as a hidden blessing, because something you've done here, you automatically like auto-signed into a contract with Spirit with a new timeline for yourself. Look again, it's a hidden blessing. Let's get more about what Spirit will share with us about this hidden blessing. Look again. So in time, all your wounds will heal and transform into beauty. No need to cling. Something better is coming. So the blessing, maybe we don't see it or even believe it now, but I ask you to try to believe it, trust, because Spirit is saying something better is coming. Okay, these cards are old. Again, they're transforming into those. I'm just taking my time. No need to cling though. And you are transformed into beauty, or currently doing this. And not only that, I want you to know that this whole thing about divine protection always, think of the High Priestess's cloak as heaven's protection, heaven's cloak on you. See how you're all covered up, and even your head protecting your crown chakra, because that is the access to the unseen realms for transmission, downloads, communication, and also where they extract, any dark debris that may try to accumulate in your own sacred vessel and energetic being, or, energetic self. Okay. What else? So you may be getting called to, work with sacred medicine again, or maybe you're already doing it or guided to do it. You know what? Divination tools, maybe saging, whatever you can do to cleanse and clear your space, putting maybe protective stones, just things that with intention and with clarity, and knowing that you are being asked to just kind of hold this position right now with spirit. Notice how the high priestess's head is right above the moon, and we don't yet have a full moon. And I do feel this is connected. Something is connected with the moon cycles with you and your dreams. The moon represents your dreams. And what does Spirit say? Your dreams have gathered like sacred mist. And hello, the high priestess is known to be the sacred one. Sacred mist. Oh my gosh, I just love this. Okay. You will not be denied. Okay. You will not be denied. I really need to get these cards done. Oh gosh. Anyways, that must be my Libra rising in me that I'm like, oh, I want to make things look beautiful. Okay, let's continue and see what else for you, Pisces. Oh my God. This is just too funny. This is too funny. It's the wedding card. See? You're going to get married into a situation, a contract. And yes, there's definitely a possibility of a real traditional marriage, right? That you could be involved with or maybe even go to. Okay. Because there could be something about gathering with others during special moments and ceremonies. And if it feels good and right, why not? Okay. But yes, this situation involves, marriage. Come on. We were just talking about this. I wish we could go back. So Pisces, you may want to go back to, just for timing, I don't know, you may want to go back to what cards came out, what cards came out, or steps or something after that engagement, because that's going to be these steps. And then we have this solidified, then it's anchored, and there's no undoing this. Okay, so we've already anchored something here, and again, this is something that you do want, or don't try to maybe resist it. Obviously, if it's something completely off-putting, don't go against your intuition. And that's not for a lot of you Pisces, but it will be for those Pisces out there that might be just starting to open up your sacred sensitivities and your sacred gifts. So I have to mention that. Okay, so let's continue and see what else for you, Pisces. Oh, yeah, of course, of course. You see, you need to trust that you are a container and a vessel that is meant to transmit divine knowledge, creativity, downloads. Spirit sees and appreciates your efforts, even if you don't feel so appreciated, right? And that's kind of what I was talking about, where you feel almost translucent, where you're like, do people really see me or not? You even question that. And hey, you never know. You might actually be translucent at times. Oh, that's kind of like a shapeshifter in a way here. But actually what's happening, that's why. Okay, that's why. Pisces, the reason why that's happening, it's literally because reality is bending. As the old reality is dissolving, your frequency is not lined up as much as it was before, and so you may see and sense the past. But I would say it's going to get closer if it's not yet now, where, for example, you may see someone from the past, okay? And let's say you're at the grocery store and you see someone from the past, you see them first before they see you, and you may beeline it or, do something, right? Especially if you feel like it's a past that you don't want to open up the door again to, or whatever. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to just be about the past. It could just be where you don't want to engage with necessary energies. But again, that's why the frequencies are starting to shift. And so your high priestess, it's like you're kind of peeking through that curtain, and that's why the frequencies are shifting and bending, and you may notice that you are kind of in almost a mismatch, or it's like you're almost aligned to that situation from the past, or energies that may even want to play out like the past, where it almost gets to you but it doesn't. And then you kind of, and then pretty soon it just gets stronger and solidifies into that new reality. So that's why you're kind of feeling like you're not being seen. And some of you, you're doing this on purpose, and but some of you may question, like, what in the hell, am I invisible, or what the heck is going on? And that's also how heaven is hiding you too, for the time being, for the right one later. Okay. So it's like heaven's hands has got a hold of you. That cloak is really not just a cloak. That's also a divine instrument. That's like a compass. It's like a magnet coat, like a cloak, where it just magnetizes you automatically where you need to be guided to go towards. Spirit is bringing you situations that will bring peace to your heart and mind. Have complete trust in the process. Spirit says you've already reached this level of engagement and commitment here. Continue. Spirit is going to show you proof here. You see, something we want to be married to. Okay, a marriage that gives you peace to your heart and your mind. Whether, yes, for some of you it's a traditional marriage, or we're talking about this merging of like the reality, right? Something has solidified. There's like no undoing that, I mean, the only way that you undo it is just by keep co-creating and, all that good stuff. But that's natural anyways with seasons and cycles of life. It's already unfolding. Your soul's wish is being granted. See how you're sitting confident like the high priestess? And there may be something here with, being by water to soothe, to heal. And yes, paying attention to moon cycles, okay? And letting it and allowing it to work with you, right? So using it to magnify things or to enhance things. And I'm also, in the process of doing things to the playlist on the channel as well. Okay, if you haven't noticed, I don't really announce things. I just kind of do things if you haven't noticed already, but you will start to see, if you haven't yet, oracle readings that go with the moon cycles, okay, and zodiac seasons for now, all right? Anyhow, let's continue and see what else. Just if you need, I'm just saying that only if you need a sanctuary for yourself. Just allow the channel to be a sanctuary when you need it. You do have a past life relationship. This might be why it could be a hard, strong pull. I just really feel this is all about don't cling. Okay, something better is coming. And the reason why it feels strong is because you've had lifetimes. I mean, that's no easy task to dissolve. But this is an old marriage of some type, a reality that once was living, but it is dissolving. You've entered a new contract. So just know if there's a strong thing, and look, you just look at how this guy is clinging on to her. So it's like, no need to cling. And you might be feeling them clinging on to you, excuse me. And so again, clear your energy. And you may also be dreaming about them too. I know what that's like. And you know what works if you don't want to have dreams about this past person? You you just need, oh, seriously, it works. But you may need to enforce it every few days or every night, but you need to obviously use intention. And before you go to sleep, you need to send out, your request to the angels, to heaven, to the universe, to a higher power, whatever you believe in, to protect your dream sanctuary where only good energies are invited, because unconsciously, what happens is souls will try to enter into your dream state if they don't have access in your physical state. I'm just pointing that out. Okay, so and then and having them in your dreams can also confuse you at times. You're like, why in the hell am I dreaming about them? It's like, geez. But those dreams are telling you something. So don't discount them and don't disregard them. But if you have control over who and what can enter into your dream sanctuary. I mean, more than you know, but it's also a place where spirit speaks to you too. So, you can only have so much control. But stay in the present moment and stay active with what's going on in front of you, not what's behind you or too far ahead, right? You attract romantic love, or you're attracting some type of joy and fulfillment by just being in the moment. And this can be hard. It can definitely be hard. But there is something about maybe coming to your physical senses, doing things, to smell things, just to activate the physical senses. So we're not so maybe in our high priestess energy where, we got our spiritual antennas on and we're picking up on all kinds of energies. I mean, you can close this off. You can close and embrace your own energy for a while and not feel that you've got to be tethered to all kinds of things. And I'm not saying that you're tethered in a way, but you've got all those like spiritual antennas up. Oops, look at that attraction. Okay, so stay in the moment here. The past is playing out. There's some type of past signature playing out right now. That's why it's just a little bit challenging. Yeah, this is something about the past here. Look, deception surrounds you, pull back now. Okay, whatever you might even be enmeshed in, we just got to pull back. And also, it could all for those Pisces that resonate with this. I was picking up the Eight of Swords earlier. That's a lot of fear or stress or worry, right? We're worried about something that has not yet happened. And so that is also deception that the mind can play, just out of trying to protect ourselves, right? Because it's coming from maybe a survival part, but you're not in survival part. You're in sacred. You're on your sacred mission here. Sacred survives. The sacred always survives. Okay, let's see what else. Having a hard time here. Your light humbles without effort, even when you don't feel this, even when you don't feel seen, or don't even feel noticed or appreciated. You do put others in their place without having to do anything. Your light humbles without effort, and the signs are sacred. Spirit is speaking to you. See? And I feel that you're getting signs about this deception, right? Of what not to pay attention to and what to pay attention to. Let's see what these signs may be telling you right now, too. Oh, I feel like we got like the Wheel of Fortune going on here. So with the Wheel of Fortune, I would say, because only because I was picking up the Eight of Swords, and I know we're not working with the tarot cards, but I just pick it up energetically, and it's here anyways with these other cards. That's like that loop, and so I just feel like with that, the Eight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, we may need to watch out for um, this past situation, whether it's like triggers and patterns from the past of someone or a behavior within self, because it could put us on like a hamster wheel, So, and I'm not saying that that's where you're at, but I just want you to start noticing synchronicities that are lining up because we do have events that are playing out. Your future fortune is poetic. It's almost like when things just don't feel so favorable, it just becomes so favorable in divine's order here. And so, yes, you're seeing things to prepare to, and also start notice those signs to increase it because you are receiving some type of valuable information about your future without having to force, you know, figuring out the future. You're just getting like tiny, subtle signs, is what I'm getting from spirit to give you confidence here. And there is this energy playing out right now, too, Pisces, where spirit is gifting like abundance in soft increments at this time. And so it's like a buildup. Yeah, see, we do feel that we may be challenged with being at the bottom of something, or feeling we failed at something. We may feel we've hit rock bottom, but you rise. You're on the rise. Let's get a little bit more about this. It did feel a little heavy. I mean, there really is no other place to go but up now. Yeah, so we're having to redirect our energy. You are sinking in with, okay, you're syncing with your sacred design. See, High Priestess, the reason why I wanted to grab High Priestess out. You're being called beyond the usual to create a new. You are creating some type of new archetype, actually. You too, with I can't remember what other zodiac sign it was. I think it was like two others, but this is kind of going on right now, is where, excuse me, where spirit is, wanting us sacred souls here. Okay, whether you're aware of it or not. Sacred souls doesn't mean you're perfect either, by the way. But anyhow, where you are being asked not to feel that there's something like predestined for you, even though there kind of is, because it's like you come like with this, you come with this lifetime with no karmic debt. This is why you've cleared some type of maybe old contract, and you've got free will to create your destiny the way that you want. And so a wish is coming one by one for you to work with, to create with. And so there's so many avenues here with your destiny. And this is what spirit is gifting to you, is that free will, that free choice. Don't let this, hitting the rock bottom take all of your attention and focus and what you failed at, or what you feel, you or you felt great disappointment by. Oh yeah, see, see, I knew it. A restart is not a setback. It's just a phase. Remember, it's just a phase. This is giving you a time. This is giving you something new to work with too. So let's get a little advice about this restart is not a setback for Pisces. Okay, new joy awaits in shared spaces. Okay, so some of you may have felt like you've invested in a situation, a relationship. Some of you, this could be like your work or other investments or things that you've invested. But it is not a setback, and it's bringing you a new like situation here to get involved with. New joy in shared spaces. We found a sense of connection, deep, meaningful connections, ones that we don't feel is so surface or superficial, ones that we really have true, interests, the same interests of things, games, hobbies, maybe spiritual alignments, visions. Now, also, if you can, Pisces, if it's been a while, you know, you may need to get out and get playful, call a friend, or just do something playful if you can. Because Spirit doesn't want you to sit and ruminate on something, because it is hard. I know it can be hard, especially when you feel like you've been through the fire here, right? And you have gone through the fire, but you're redirecting the fire now. You've already been forged through that fire. And Spirit is just reminding you that you are a warrior of light, forged in spirit, a warrior of light. Let's get more about this. It's because of your resilience. Spirit is saying you will not be denied. So you don't need to, okay. You don't need to, you know, stop and ask for things, or I shouldn't say that, or maybe get too involved with, you know, getting lots of information or feeling bombarded or overloaded, because you're not. You already have some type of new fire here to work with. So it's like the fire, you may have thought the fire burned you, but it didn't. You are the fire. Now you're working with the fire. And it's almost like you are using that fire to burn away the fog, to burn away the confusion, and maybe burn away others that don't belong in your space anyways. Because I just feel you're too high quality. Look at that. Your light, look at that. Your light humbles without effort. What else? Embrace the majesty within. Don't question your worth. Don't question who and what you are. But yes, it does have, you know, we all go through that. But Spirit is saying you are in a place of great strength. And yes, your strength has been tested. But what you lose or what you feel that you failed at does not have anything to do with the majesty within. Your bones, your soul remembers the royalty that you've been blessed with, and it follows you. Your future fortune is poetic. It's like a one grand orchestration here. And Spirit wants you to know that you don't have to be all so strong, right? Embracing the majesty within also means we have room to be gentle and compassion while holding strength for ourselves and maybe for others. But right now, Spirit is saying that if you have to give in to a tender side of yourself, it doesn't mean that it's weak, right? Honor that tenderness. Fragile doesn't mean weak. Just honor the tenderness. That's what we just need to do. We're tending to what's important here. You're tending to a new garden because the other garden got burned in some sense. But I see it as that burn just fertilized the soil for you. And this is why a setback is not a restart, because you come with more power, more wisdom, and an acceleration. Because Spirit is gifting you tangible things here to help you along the way. And how you're going to know it's meant for you is that it doesn't exhaust you or try to drain from you. It doesn't try to take from you. That's how you'll know. And there may be a friend or a connection here too. And that's the other thing too. Not a friend that's going to take from you, to siphon your energy. So be ready. A new outcome is forming. Be ready. Okay. So let's go a bit more about how we could be ready, or what this new outcome is. Just a little bit for Pisces. Okay. Spirit is saying it's going to happen at any moment. You just need to take that leap without hesitation or fear, okay? Because that Eight of Swords, I feel, is lingering, or it can. So it's like in the ether, right? So think of yourself as this high priestess that has like a, you know how a spider web but it's just not, yours not a spider web. It's like a divine web, right? And so I want you to just kind of think of that as a web here where, it's like this new outcome is forming. Be ready. Leap when that door opens, because you've kept that web sacred here, and it's really you catching your dreams. That's how spiders catch their food too. But I did have like another point with that, and I kind of got a little lost in the high priestess here. But anyhow, leap when that door opens. A new outcome is forming. Be ready. All right. Let's see if there's more before we end the reading, because I feel like it is coming close to the end. Okay, so you did clear up some type of ancestral karma. You're just rising from some type of old contract. See, that past life relationship or relationships. Now, this could not just necessarily be about a lover, friends, family, people from the past that goes beyond just this lifetime. And that's why I feel it's mostly you feel their energy hooks into you. So just keep rising. Remember, we were talking about how you are weaving in and out of the old reality and the new. So the only thing you got to do to be ready is to leap. Oh, I know I was getting that Eight of Swords. Yeah, the Eight of Swords, that web. We want to keep, yeah, see, the web could catch those. That's why I was going with the web. Okay, with the sacred, the high priestess with the web. Think of your thoughts, right? And so those thoughts, we want to keep that web clean and clear, because the old could be wanting to try to, get into your web here, and they don't have access to that anymore. So I hope that kind of made sense. But anyhow, let's see what else. Nope, that is actually it. Okay, now, before we end the reading, let's find out how Spirit is currently helping you, Pisces, that you need to be aware of. How is Spirit helping Pisces currently? Pisces, Spirit is saying that you've been doing too much, and your system might be a little overloaded, but we all need to know our seasons and our cycles and our phases, and Spirit is trying to help you rest, your soul. Your soul is calling for rest, rejuvenation, relaxation. You might be into like salt baths, or some type of maybe medicine bath for yourself, or working with other healing modalities for the time being. So do that. You deserve it. Now, let's find out what dream is coming true for you before we end the reading that you can count on. You are lovable. You're getting the love that you deserve, and giving this person a chance, and not being caught up in maybe hesitation or fear, because you've cleared the ancestral patterns. And you're also, clearing it energetically for others, whether they're aware of it or not. But a dream coming true is knowing you are deserving of a very lovable situation, and you can absolutely give this partnership your 100%, because you're getting that back. It's already unfolding. I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light.